Summer Hill. It's that time of year again where Target has stocked up on all their wonderful, dreamy Christmas decor. I'm here for the Hearth Hand and Studio McGee collections. Today we're going to pick up a few pieces, head home, and start decorating my entryway for Christmas. So come along and let's shop, decorate, and get this holiday spirit going. First, we're gonna head to Target and do some shopping. Let's go. Now let's head over and see what we can find at Studio McGee. There wasn't nearly as much available with Studio McGee for Christmas, but this kind lady let me video the last Christmas tree pillow that she's getting to take home and decorate with. Now let's check out and head home and start decorating. Okay, so let's talk about Hearth Hand. These are the things I got at Hearth Hand. She had these smaller cypress wreaths, and this is like a good staple to have around when you're decorating. You can put them in your windows. You can put them anywhere. So I grabbed these. I have a fun idea for them. And then I also grabbed Hearth Hand's stocking holders. So this is like a weight. So you sit it on your mantle or somewhere. But I have a really cool idea with this. Something different that we are going to put on this piece of furniture here. Now, those were two of the things I got. I also got some new bells to go on my front door. This is where Kit rings the doorbell to go out. Now, for Studio McGee, it was a challenge to find things in my store. But I got lucky. I kept looking at the app, and popped up one day was a pillow. So I grabbed this pillow to go over here in my bench area, and we will see how it works with the rest of the design. But let's get started and we'll decorate the entryway. So the first thing for this table is I grabbed some books in the colors that I wanted. I didn't have much success finding Christmas books, so I just stuck with the color scheme I was going for. And since I'm going for a pastel color scheme, I chose pink, green, and this off-white and white colors. Let's dress up the lamp with a beautiful pastel colored jacquard ribbon that I found at Walmart. I also found this beautiful pink Christmas tree battery operated candle at Home Goods. It's perfect for the pastel scheme. Now let's hang the wreaths with the candles. To do that, I used a command hook and a string on the back of the wreath. Next it's time to try out these beautiful stocking holders, and I have a cute and creative idea for that. So instead of hanging stockings, we're going to hang my wooden shoes, and I actually have another pair that are blue. Well, they're painted 2 different shades of blue. We are going to have to do some painting. Isn't that fun? I love doing painting. So while I look for these wooden shoes, I have a little story to tell you. You might be asking, why am I decorating with these wooden shoes? And it all started with this book. This book I read to my daughters when they became a little bit older and started asking questions about Santa Claus. And I thought it would be fun if I read to you the part in this book that relates to why I chose the wooden shoes. In one story about St. Nicholas, a man had 3 daughters and no money to provide each a dowry. But then St. Nicholas, the secret gift giver, dropped 3 bags of gold down the chimney. Soon all 3 daughters were happily married, and the legend began that gifts found on St. Nicholas Day had come down the chimney. As time passed, the spirit of St. Nicholas, the gift giver, took on many forms. The Dutch word for saint is Sinter, and the shortened name for Nicholas is Cleus. In Holland, children called him Saint Sinterklaas. On the eve of December 6th, they would place their shoes or stockings by the fireplace, along with carrots, sugar, or hay for his donkey. The next morning, the offerings would be gone, and gifts would be left in the place. So that's where I got the idea of using my wooden shoes hanging like stockings. Okay, so I found the shoes. Let's get busy and paint. Okay, so the paint I used on this one is Savannah Mist. So we're gonna paint this one to match. So while I'm painting, you might be asking, where did I get all these wooden shoes? Well, I've been finding them at thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, anywhere where you can find secondhand stuff. Just keep your eyes open and you'll eventually run across some. Now, how about some good music to listen to while we paint? So while that's drying, let's work on adding the ribbon to the other ones so we can kind of figure that out. So the first thing we need to figure out is what ribbon we're going to use. And I do like this ribbon a lot, but I think it would look good. Like imagine that behind the shoe. I'm going to use my staple gun to do this. I think I'm going to do this one. I should have painted that other one green or white. I should have painted it green. I don't even have any green, so it would have to be white. So this is my method to my madness on how to hang these shoes. I'm using my staple gun and I'm using a hammer, and you'll see that in a minute. But basically, because this ribbon is wide, I'm folding it a little bit, and then I grab the staple gun and I staple it on the very tip of the heel of the wooden shoe. That's important. By placing the staple here, the wooden shoe hangs more evenly up and down. I definitely want one of these a lot higher, so I'm going to put this shoe like right there. And I'll put in the description how long this is for this. And then you can adjust however you like if you're hanging some wooden shoes. Okay, we got those. So now we I need to do these little ones. I think I need to paint those other ones other than blue. I think they need to be white. I'll put them in the middle, and I'll put these other ones here in the green, and then I'll do a green in this for the middle. So we're going back to painting. While I'm painting the shoes white, let's hang these other ones. Look, we're almost finished painting the shoes. While that's drying, let's go over here and work on Kit's bell. And if you're like, who's Kit? Kit is my cat. So let's fix his bell for him so he has a cute Christmas bell to ring during the holidays. Okay, to refresh your memory, this is the bell I got by Hearth Hand for Kit to go on the door. So we're gonna take this off. And I just tied these ribbons to these bells. Oh, it was 2017. It's written on here. See, 2000, can you see that? 2017. How cute, I didn't know. That's how long ago I got them. That's really cool. Let's add some more Christmas cheer to Kit's bells by adding a wider satin ribbon made into a bow and place it on the doorknob. Now that the wooden shoes are dry, let's add them with the other shoes on the entryway table. Next, let's work on some greenery over the mirror. I have an idea to tie it all together with ribbon. First, I placed this command hook on the top of the mirror. Then I tied the greenery to the command hook with some twine to hold it into place. Next, I picked the pink ribbon and I just threaded it over the top of the greenery, made it even, and then I took each tail and brought it to each side on the wreath. Next, we're going to make a bow to go in the center of the greenery on the mirror. To do this, I took 2 pieces of the green jacquard and the pink ribbon. I folded them and stacked them one on the other. Next, I cut some long pieces to make tails, and then I tied them together with twine. Then I put the tails behind the ears and I tied them all together with the twine. Last, I used the jacquard ribbon to hide the twine by gluing it in the back. Now let's add the bow to the greenery. And don't forget to trim the ribbon tails to make them look pretty. Now while I keep working on fluffing and making the bow pretty, check out what Kit has been doing over here beside me. He really likes his old bell. Now let's work on decorating my old bench with the Studio McGee pillow. Okay, so let's wrap this up with a few final details. I have some printable art to share, and we're gonna add a bow to one of my silhouettes. This is a new printable in my Etsy shop. These are drawings of sleds from the 1800s, and they're by Brewster & Co. And you can print them any size you want. And then what I did was I got these little frames at Joann's, printed them, put them in the frames, and then I used hot glue to attach them to this jacquard ribbon. So it's just glued on the top, not the bottom. And that's how I created this cute little art. Now let's look at the silhouette on the other side of the room. I always like to add a little bow to my silhouette, and for this year I decided to add the jacquard bow that I'm using in other places. Well, guess what? We're all finished. So sit back and relax, and let's take a tour of my entryway. thank you so much for joining me here at Life on Summer Hill. I hope you had a good time hanging out with me, shopping, decorating, and watching the home tour. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll get notified of our next video. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!